Well, hello everyone, I'm Yeti from BU4U Gaming, and today we are back in Animallica, and I know we kind of left off in Corpse Harbor, and we're gonna head back there and continue from where we left off, because we have some giant birdies waiting for us, but I just remembered that there was something I had mentioned I would show you guys when I was back here, because I had forgotten about it when I was first here, and we were messing around with the orca out here. So I just went home and I've just then emptied out my stuff. I made a little extra storage over here just for kind of all the stone stuff. Just because I kind of like just sorting it out. It's often very, very hard to have all your materials. We do have some room in here, but this chest is going to fill up really fast. Or well, it's not really a chest, but this storage. So I'm going to have to start spreading out my materials in different storages. And I just kind of like having a stone storage. It kind of makes sense to me. I don't know, decoratively. But anyway, let's just head out here. I think we're actually gonna try and go up this way instead of swimming the entire way out there if we can. So let's see if I am not too far out. No. Okay, so of course we have this orca, which might have been a little bit hard to see because it was a little darker than I actually realized when we were out here last time. But as I mentioned then, you can't try and get anything. It's just kind of a little Easter egg thing, but of course since it was dark and I was kind of focused on that, I completely forgot about this chest that is down here. And in this you will find one of the few treasure hunter badges that you can find in the world. There are some gold coins, 150, that is not bad, and 5 pearls, and there's actually quite a limited number of these, so really nice if you can find some of those. Since we are down here, let's grab this as well. Might as well grab some extra resources. It's not like we really need a lot of seaweed or even coal and stuff, but you know me, I like hoarding, so might as well just snatch this up, and then we are gonna try and get up. And as usual, I kind of forgot to keep an eye on my air. I always do that. Let's see if we can get our head above the water. I don't know if you guys have been out swimming in the ocean, but it is kind of familiar to that when there are waves, especially, and trying to not get too much water in your mouth, right? Not that there are that many waves here right now, but it kind of reminds me of trying to swim when there are waves. Not my most favorite activity, that's for sure. But anyway, those treasure hunter badges that we got here, as it says, can be traded for some exclusive items. So these you're gonna need at a specialized trader, and not one of the traders that we found in Corpse Harbor. So definitely hang on to them when you find them, because there aren't that many. I think there are a few more than what you actually need. They don't really have any other use. You could technically sell them, but since it says that it can be traded for some exclusive items, it should kind of give you a hint that you maybe you shouldn't sell them for 25 gold, right? But the option to sell them is there in case you don't really, if you're not interested in trading them for what you can trade them for, or just, you know, if you have some surplus ones later on, then you can choose to sell them for a little bit of extra cash. Didn't we pick up one of these? Yes, we did. Right there. Let's put you in there. Do have a little slot there, so let's put it there, and then I think we're gonna put you over here. I think I pretty much got most things emptied out. Let's put you in there. I'm gonna need this because I was thinking, since we are back here anyway, we got a couple of green shots, so we might as well upgrade while we are back here. So I tend to go with the crossbow. That's my favorite bow to use because it is the one that has the highest base damage, right, compared to the compound bow. They are a little bit different in the way when you use them, the way they work, or you know, I feel like this one usually shoots faster if I remember correctly, but it doesn't have the same kind of scope or something as the crossbow. The crossbow is just really nice, so that's the one I go for. And of course you could choose to upgrade one of your tools if you do a lot of mining or cutting down trees and you are not really patient enough for that, then you could choose and upgrade these first. So that's just a matter of personal preference. I just go for the crossbow. So that's what I'm gonna do, and there we go. We just need 4 titanium dust, 1 green shard, and of course our original crossbow. Since I have 2 green shards, we can go on to the next one, where again we need another 4 titanium dust. Unfortunately, I had enough that I could upgrade this. So now we need 1 more green shard, and then after that we are gonna need the azure shard, which we already have, but of course I can't really do anything until I get another green shard. There we go. So that was that. Let's put you down here. So now this one does 2 extra damage. 32 instead of 30. Nice. It all helps. You will especially notice this. I don't know. You would also notice it when you are killing enemies. But if you're using it for tranking animals, you will definitely notice the difference between, at least if you're using a compound bow or something in the beginning, and then you end up with a fully upgraded crossbow in the end. Then you'll notice that you're using fewer trank arrows, and trank arrows kind of, it takes a lot of resources to try and find, or it's a lot of flowers and stuff you have to find to make all these trank potions. And then it's really, really helpful when you can use, for instance, 3 trank arrows to put down an or not put down, but to tranquilize an elephant instead of using 5, because if I remember correctly, it's 5 for the elephants in the beginning with an unupgraded bow, and then in the end it is 3. At least it was the last time I was tranking any animals in this game. So that's another reason why I usually try to upgrade the crossbow as soon as possible, because that way it's gonna cost me less trank arrows to tranquilize all the animals. Because the more damage it does, the more effect the tranquilizer have, so to speak. But anyway, let's go back to Corpse Harbor, guys. Okay, it is kind of getting nighttime here, so I'm gonna take a nap before we continue. But I just wanted to mention that one advantage with these glowy mushrooms is that they are actually glowy, and that can be helpful at night. Because generally I don't really find the game too dark to play at night. I'll often do that if I'm playing off camera. I'll just keep looting right through the night. It doesn't really matter. It's just when I'm making videos it kind of gets too dark for people to actually see what's going on, so I tend to prefer to try and sleep if I remember to do it, because I don't always think about it until it's getting a little bit late in the day. But anyway, it is kind of helpful if you're deliberately looking for these mushrooms to try and go looking for them at night, especially in a biome like this where there's not much vegetation. But it even helps in biomes like, for instance, Green Hills, that has a lot more grass and vegetation. It's easier to spot them at night because they do glow, right? But anyway, let's get ourselves a nap, and then we are gonna continue with our little adventure here. There we go. So let's have a little bit to drink. And then we are gonna head over here. So this is right where we left off, where we took out those raiders last time. So we are just gonna try and head over here to these big birdies here. It is still very early in the morning, so still a little bit, well, it's not too dark, I don't think. Is it? No. Oh, it's because it's cloudy today, that's why it feels a little darker. But the sun is coming up now, so that's good. What is that? Oh, it's just a little tree, or one of those olive trees or something. That's why we can't really see it. I'm still not seeing any animals at all here, but I do kind of seem to recall. Oh, definitely one this. Definitely one this. I was so focused on going over there, I forgot to look. But I never pass up this. People tend to tell me, at least they did in my last series, that I tend to be lucky when it comes to these, so I do recommend grabbing them, because most people seem to not be so lucky in finding this. So if you ever see it, do grab it, right? It's one of those things you shouldn't pass up. So since we are at it, I'm just gonna grab this for a little added tin. There we go. What is that? 10 tin. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty much all I'm gonna need. If I remember correctly, you'd need very little tin, but they may have added some more use for it, of course, since or in some of the recent patches, I don't know. So it's always a good idea to just grab a little bit of everything, but never skip the blue metal. Nope. That is important. There's actually also a little bit of gold over there. But anyway, let's try and move on before I get too distracted. Oh boy. These are very, very aggressive, these guys, but usually not too bad to deal with, as long as you have your back clear, which of course I know. I have this entire space behind me, so I don't really have to worry much as long as I keep backing up in the right direction. So let's try and deal with you guys. Let's see if we're gonna have... Oh boy, I got close enough that they actually all noticed me. Oh boy, look at those. Look at those faces. Look at that. Oh man, yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to be careful. Let's just try to... Oh, I wonder if these guys can actually get you on the car. Let's just test it. Can you guys hit me up here? Now, they'll kind of run around. I was wondering if they could, because they're pretty tall, but it's a little... Can maybe... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. If you're just standing there, that would be nice. Did I kill one? That's the last one. Wasn't there 4? Oh, it's over there. I did kill one. Okay. But anyway, yeah, you can kind of cheese them like that. I'm gonna try to avoid to do that too much. But it is definitely an option. But for the most part in the game, you can deal with the enemies pretty well if you just have enough ammo or a good melee weapon and you just keep kind of backing up like this. Then you will be doing just fine. Without having to make use of anything like that. But I tend to just show it so that people know that you can choose to do that to make things a little bit more easy for you if you want to. I just you know what, I think we're gonna do, let's see how much we get from you. 20. Yeah, you know what, I think we're gonna grab a few more. I don't really want to leave this nest because this is one of the biomes that you're supposed to clear. When it comes to Pestilentia, which is another biome, there's no task to cleanse it. So in that one, you can leave all the nests if you want to and use them to actually farm the different creatures. But of course, you can also choose to leave one in this biome, for instance, and just kind of farm it for a while before you actually clean it, because there's no hurry. It's not like we have to do these tasks right away, right? I just prefer doing it while I'm at it. I prefer doing the entire thing because otherwise I'm gonna forget, you know, what I have already done here. But most of the enemies you'll find in Pestilentia as well. I can't say that it's all of them, but many of them you'll be able to find there. Which means that... What is that over there? Oh, it's kitties. I was about to say, is that a little dog or something? It kind of looked like there was a... Yeah, no, it's some of those mutated kitties. I was wondering if it was one of those... what are they called? It was the dogs we also found over here. Near the town. What are they called again? I can't remember. But anyway, I thought it was one of those, and then I was wondering why the birds hadn't killed them. But yeah, I think we're just gonna take out another group of these, and then we're gonna remove the nest. Because that way I'm gonna get, you know, 100 and something feathers, and that would be kind of helpful for making arrows. And of course you could keep doing this for a few times, you know, just keep killing them for a bit, and that way you will get a good supply of feathers. But it's not like feathers are crazy, you know, expensive to buy. You can buy, what was it, 100 for 25 gold. But if you don't want to spend the money, then this is definitely an option. Yep, so let's do this. Okay, well, I should stop looting you guys, because otherwise you're just gonna keep spawning. But let's take you, and then let's leave this one over here, and then we're gonna try and take out the others. And no arrows for me to get. Hello. There you go, nice. Yep, cool. Thank you. Let's grab this and that arrow there. If we can pull another one over here. Deal with you. Nice. Okay. And grab this. Okay, that is... I have 3. Okay, which means there should be one more spawning in. I would kind of like to deal with those kitties because they're gonna come at me when I get over to that nest. Did I get you? No. Not that they're usually a big issue. The problem is there's a lot of them, or sometimes there's a lot of them, but they don't usually take a lot of shots to take out. Are you guys coming or not? Oh, I thought you were. No. Okay, well, let's take the bird then. Maybe I actually killed that kitty. Usually they take, I think it's 2 arrows, but I did upgrade my bow a little bit, so maybe it's enough with 1. Or maybe I missed. But yeah, they have kind of the same squeaky sound as the... you can see the little tail sticking out. Yeah, it looks like I actually managed to kill it. That the rats do, so if there's a bunch of them... Oh, it only took me 1 arrow. Okay, I think it's because I've upgraded my bow a little bit, because I do recall them taking 2. But look at these. Aw, I feel so bad for you guys that Moss has been making or doing experiments on you. Oh, crikey. Okay, that's a little bit of a hiccup. Didn't we already have 4? I thought we already had 4. Or maybe I looted it. Maybe I got distracted and looted it. Where did I put them? 1, 2, 3. No, there are 4 here. You're just being a little sneaky ninja birdie. Oh boy. Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's just more feathers for me, so that's okay. Let's make sure to heal up and maybe also get ourselves a little bit of well-deserved lunch here on top of all this work here. So, there. Nice. Let's take this out. Let's see. 5%. Wow, is that the first thing I've cleansed? I guess it is. Yeah. Alright. It is the first thing we have cleansed in this biome. Well, we got started. That's the beginning. Okay, so let's grab some of all of these. Give me lots of nice feathers. We're also getting some hard skin, which we are going to need for upgrading our armor. So that's not a bad thing. And of course, the corrupted hearts are needed for some of the specialized items you can buy. Or animals. I can't even remember anymore exactly what you can buy for the different things. But it's definitely something you're going to want to hang on to. So, there we go. Also got another nest all the way over there. Oh, it looks like it has horns. I think it's because there's one of these kind of weird little plant-like structures that is behind it, but that just looked a little bit funny. And let's remember to loot these guys as well. Animal bones and corrupted hearts. Nice. Oh, definitely want you. Grab you. Grab the mushrooms. Not gonna skip the nest because you might get some special... Well, you're also getting eggs, of course. But we might get some special special feathers. And, of course, we can never have too many feathers for making arrows. That must be materials. Look at that. We have 224 feathers now. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. How many? I only have 24 metal shards. I have tons of sticks, but like I said, metal shards is very often also one that I end up feeling like, you know, that I don't have a ton of them, but you can craft more if you need to, as long as you have metal scraps. And if I remember correctly, you can actually buy metal scraps from the materials trader over in Corpse Harbor. So there are ways around it, guys. There are ways around it if you are missing some stuff. Okay, I'm still not seeing any animals. Let's see, what is this? Is there something I can pick up? It is. There are the elusive metal scraps, which we can turn into metal. Oh, we even got some metal shards. That's where we get the metal shards from. I was actually not quite sure. I thought that would be it, but I've never really paid attention to it. I just kind of loot stuff. And then I accumulate some of these things, but it would make sense. That's where we get them from. Yeah, another 4. So you get twice as many metal scraps as you get metal shards from there. Okay, so there is kind of a little... we could go over that way, or we could circle back. I think we're gonna go this way and kind of stay below or on this side of that ridge until we go back around. That way we make it over to that building there. Just to make sure we know we've been everywhere. There's also a little bit there. But there's probably not much to find there, except maybe some resources, of course. Is there actually any... Not really. From what I remember, there isn't much to find here if you go swimming. There might be, you know, some places. Don't take my word for it. I don't swim that much in this game, but compared to some of the other biomes, if you go to Green Hills or Land Base, for instance, you'll usually be able to find those places with where there's like a fish spawner thing, and then you can find seashells, or you can find lots of coral and things, or lots more seaweed than you do here. It doesn't usually look as barren as it does here, but there might be stuff to find if you kind of spend a little more time on it. In some of these places, because as you saw in Slice Land, there was actually a chest out there in the water, but I think most of that stuff is near something that is recognizable, like a small POI, or in that case next to the boat, right? I don't think Slice would have put a chest in a place like this, which is in the middle of nowhere out in the water, but knowing him, you never know. Nope. So yeah, don't take my word for it. It's just, you know, an assumption on my part. So and when I say Slice, that's the lead designer for Animallica. So he is usually the one who kind of makes all these decisions, or make the biomes. He's the one who does like the creative sides of it. There's also some programmers and stuff in the team, of course, who does all the coding and things, but Slice is the one who kind of decorate everything and place most of these things in the world. Okay, so we have some kitties. There we go. Okay, it does look like I can one-shot them now. That is so nice. And I don't really have to deal with them running at me. Oh, okay, except that one. There. Sorry, I interrupted you in the middle of a scream. I'm sorry, little kitty. There we go, but we're gonna put you out of your misery. Oh, I missed. Okay, you only took one arrow. Okay. Let's take this. And there we go. I think I got them all now. Okay, so that's 4. Let's get some of our arrows back, because I don't have enough resources to make use of all my feathers yet. So we still want to grab as many arrows as we can. Or at least a good deal of them. I don't always grab all of them, but try to grab one here and there. Right, so I keep kind of replenishing my stock a little bit. Here we go. So let's loot you. And loot you. And then these two, let's not forget them. We don't want to miss out on any loot. No. No. There we go. Thank you. Even though they don't have the most exciting loot, these little kitties. There's the corrupted hats, but you can also get them from... They don't have like unique loot. Some of the others, like if you kill a gorehound, you can get a gorehound head. You can't get a gorehound head from any other type of monster. So that's what I mean, that these don't really have any... They don't have any unique loot that you can't get somewhere else. But loot is loot, right? It's more shinies. That is always a good thing. Yeah, I love me some hoarding. Yep, so let's grab you. And still no animals. Have I completely overlooked some bunnies or something somewhere? I feel like this confusion is familiar though from the last time we cleared Corpse Harbor in the previous series. I think I kind of was wondering the same thing. If I remember correctly, this is actually one of the plants. We can't do anything with this one. I suspect it will likely disappear when you clear the biome, because a lot of these, like a little bit more unique or weird looking ones, will. Once you fully clear a biome, they'll kind of disappear. But I think this is one of the ones that we can actually craft with that mutagen that we need the mutated DNA samples for. So you can get that yourself. Oh, what was that? Oh, there we go. Oh, you're running. What are you running from? something startle you? We have a farmer over there. I'm not seeing any enemies. Oh, we have lots and lots of deers here. Oh, I see a blue mushroom. But yeah, you can see I can't actually see it here. It's outside of the rendering distance, so that's why a scope is very, very helpful when you are looking for special resources and stuff, or bunnies and other small animals that will easily be overlooked or are harder to spot. But there we go. We have a whole bunch of deers that we're gonna have to go and grab. But I think we're gonna end this right here, and then we're gonna loot this little hut here, see if this farmer has anything nice that we might want to borrow. He also has a dog that I'm sure I would like to heal. I actually kind of like the idea of repopulating the biomes a little bit. That's always kind of been, I've never really gotten to the point before I started over, but I kind of like the idea, and I've always kind of thought that, you know, I would give some of these farmers a healthy dog bag, or even some healthy animals like, you know, some sheep or pigs or something, and that's just one way you could kind of replenish the biomes. The animals won't be wild anymore, of course, but you can just tame them and then put them down somewhere like this, and then set them on wander. You just have to make sure that you are pretty sure that you have cleared the biome and there's no enemies anywhere within, you know, a certain distance, but preferably have cleared the entire biome. That way the animals will be safe. But that's kind of always been my kind of idea eventually, that I would like to do that, and it would make sense to do it in this series because it's finally the full release, right? But anyway, we are gonna pick this up where we are in the next episode. So thank you for watching, guys, and as always, do take care and happy gaming.